WRSR, Owasso, Flint. The following program has been pre-recorded and is paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc. Welcome to Discover Flint Township, a program showcasing our local community. Flint Township is ready for your next move. And now, your host, Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, Tracy Tucker.
And this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. We are wide awake, and we hope you are too. This morning, we are speaking with Bill Thena from Financial Plus Credit Union, and we will shine our business spotlight on Culver's. And we have Alex Witkowski with us from Culver's. He's sitting here with me, so, he gets mentioned extra. We will talk more about Culver's later, but let's get started with our first guest, Bill Thena from Financial Plus Credit Union. Hi, Bill. How are you today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Great. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell our listeners what your role is at Financial Plus Credit Union?
Sure. My name is Bill Thena, as you said, and I am the Learning and Development Manager here at Financial Plus. So I focus a lot on career development and the training that goes into all the employees.
Oh, awesome. So what did you want to talk about today?
Well, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to talk a little bit about credit and credit reports, because that seems to be a topic that impacts a lot of people's lives and is a mystery for most people.
Yeah. That's an important topic too, Everybody's got one. It's kind of like opinions. Some are good and some are bad. But what exactly is a credit report? What exactly is a credit report?
That's a great question, because so what is a credit report? It's one of those things that these companies sit out there. They're called basically credit reporting agencies, and their job is to collect information about each and every one of us, which sounds a little big brotherish, but in reality, they're just being given information from companies we deal with. So every bank, every credit union, businesses that you pay bills to on a regular basis can all interact with your credit bureau. And they're going to take all that information about where you've lived, where you've worked, what you've done throughout your life, and how well you pay your bills, and they're going to put that into a report. And that is essentially what all these businesses are looking at when they pull your credit report, is they're looking at a bunch of your personal information and what you've been doing with your finances.
So that's the kind of stuff that goes into a credit report, and that's how they calculate it, as well as taking whatever scores they're giving to these different parts, and that's how they create the score, or is how that's calculated? I
kind of say this. They take something that should be as simple as 2 + 2 = 4, but instead they take 2 + 2 and put it into some funky quadratic equation and come out with something much more complex than that. They're taking information, basically your credit report, to get your score is coming from 5 major areas. So they're looking
first
at
of
your
all,
payment history.
Wait a minute. So first of all, they're using new math?
This is 100% new math. And if you try to show your work, you're probably going to fail. And here's the fascinating thing, before we get into this. Your credit score is not part of your credit report. It's not even on there.
Okay,
and
nice.
Most people don't realize that. So what's happening is every business that pulls credit reports chooses what funky quadratic equation they want to use. So when they pull a report from a company like Experian or Equifax, the individual company might get a different number than the car dealership next to them or the credit card company across the country, because they're each using a different scoring model from your credit report.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
So I could go to one credit union and get one number, and then go to a bank next door and get a completely different number, even though they pulled the same report.
Oh, my goodness.